Welcome everyone to Commerce Mortgage's REALPro Basics webinar. My name is Coy Paeltz and I'm the Director of Development for REALPro. And I also have Michelle Kinder, Commerce Mortgage's Director of Marketing, on the webinar with me today. Everyone in the webinar has entered as muted. We keep everyone muted in order to keep the audio quality from being interrupted by phones ringing, dogs barking, etc. Michelle and I will play dual roles on the webinar. I provide the content and Michelle keeps me on my toes, letting me know if we have any questions. We want you to leave this webinar feeling good about what you learned today regarding REALPro, and if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please type them in the question box. Michelle can view these questions and she'll let me know when one comes in from the audience. We try to answer 100% of the questions that come in, so don't be afraid to ask. Commerce Mortgage hosts 3 REALPro webinars each month: REALPro Basics, REALPro Features, and How to Make Money with REALPro. We commonly refer to these trainings as REALPro 101, 201, and 301. Today you're on the REALPro Basics webinar, or REALPro 101. This webinar is for loan officers and realtors new to Commerce REALPro or those looking for a refresher on the basics of REALPro. The main focus of the Basics webinar is to provide an introductory overview of REALPro and to visually walk you through how to log in, create a profile, and enter a listing. So let's go ahead and get started on how we can set up our REALPro account. What we would do is we would go to the commercerealpro.com website, as you can see up here, and to get started you can click on Register Agent. And then once you get to this screen, this is where you can start to enter in some of your information. I'm going to select which branch that that my loan officer is with. So let's just use the Boulder branch. I'm going to select a loan officer, and I'm going to start entering in my information. And this next section here, after I've entered in my email address, is your username. And as you can see, your username is going to be part of the website that we create for you. So make sure when you select your username, if you have a username that's a little bit unusual or you don't want people seeing, then you might want to consider using a different username for this website. I'm just going to go ahead and use my initials, or C. Paeltz. And then I'm going to go ahead and enter in my password. And then it's going to come to the License, Marketing, and Services Agreement. I'm going to go ahead and click that and check that. And it says I've used this email before, so I'm just going to put a number on there. And then you're going to click the Register button. From here, we're going to ask a few other things. We're going to take the information you typed in on the first page, and we're going to bring it over to this page, and then you can fill in any information that is required here. And the first required field that we're going to come to is a call capture phone number. Call capture is one of the services that REALPro provides, where you can order 800 sign riders that say for 24-hour information, call this 800 number, and it has a 4-digit extension on it. This is when someone presses 1 for our call capture system, it's going to text them a mobile website link to their smartphone. If they press 2, they're going to be connected directly with the real estate agent, and so this is the phone number that you want calls to be transferred to if somebody wants to talk to you. So most people end up entering in their cell phone information here. I want to go ahead and type a number in. And the SMS phone number is where we're going to text you each time somebody calls on our call capture system. So if somebody calls one of your homes, we will immediately send you a text message with that person's phone number to let you know that they have inquired about this house. So, and again, most people go ahead and put their cell phone number there as well. And there are several other options to the call capture system that we cover in some of our other trainings. So if you want to have different homes go to different phone numbers, we have that capability for you guys, but this is just the default phone numbers that you need to enter. And then you can go ahead and enter in your company name here, company address, those are required fields, along with the company phone number. And the next, if you, this isn't required, but you can go ahead and enter in your company website. And these next fields that you see here on your account page are your Twitter URL, Facebook, YouTube, Google+, LinkedIn, and IDX search. These are all websites that you can enter in. If you have a Twitter account that you want people to be able to view from the website that we're going to create from you or for you, you would enter in your personal Twitter account URL here. The same thing goes for Facebook, YouTube, Google+, and LinkedIn. So if you have any of those accounts that you would like us to display on your web page, then enter those URLs here. Again, these are not required fields, but these are just added for you guys' convenience. The last field here for the IDX search URL, this is where you can enter in if you have a search site. So if you have a particular search site that you would like people to be able to search for properties on, you can enter in your IDX search URL here. I'm just going to go ahead and enter in Realtor.com for now, and what this will do is this, when somebody clicks on my website to where they would like to search for more properties, it's going to redirect them to this website. So in this case, it's going to redirect them to Realtor.com. The next section is are for your license numbers. And so what we have here is if you can go ahead and enter in your license number if you have one for your state. If you have multiple licenses, you can, with different states, you can enter them in these other fields. The next section is for your photos, and you do have to upload a personal photo and a company logo for our site to work for you guys. So this is something that you have to do. As you can see, it does have a required field there. So what I'm going to do is upload a photo. I'm going to spare you guys of me uploading a photo of myself. I'm going to just upload this generic one here, and then I'm going to upload a generic Realty logo. And then this next section at the very bottom of the page is an external YouTube video. What this is a URL that you can provide us, if you have one, to a YouTube video to where you can show prospective clients on why they should use you as their real estate agent. We have some agents who are strictly buyer's agents, so they can talk about why they're a buyer's agent and why people should choose them to buy. We have other agents who are just listing agents, and they provide specific videos on why someone should list with them, and or even if you do both sides of a transaction. This is just an about me video that you would like people to be able to see from any one of your websites. Again, this isn't required, but if you have one of those videos, then you can put it in your profile here, and we will make sure to display that on your website that we create for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click Update Profile. And then this next section is for your credit card information. Commerce REALPro does charge $9.95 a month for the service, and the only reason we charge it is for RESPA concerns. So all you would have to do is go ahead and enter in your information in these fields, and after you click subscribe, you will be able to log into your dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and log out of the account that I just created. I'm going to log into our test user so you guys can see what the dashboard looks like. So after you enter in your information, your credit card information, you're going to be brought to a screen that looks exactly like this. So what we can do here from this screen is we can start adding our listings, because obviously after we just create our account, that's probably the first thing that you're going to want to do, is to add your first listing. So we can click Add Listing by MLS ID. So I need to go out and find a listing here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go pick up an MLS ID for a house here. And I think this property is still active, so I'm going to go ahead and type in the MLS ID here and click search. And what do you know? So here's a property close to where I live, and I'm going to go ahead and we have several different choices here. You can say that you're the agent for the listing, you're the broker for the listing, this is a HUD home, or you have permission to market this listing. I'm going to go ahead and click I am the agent. And what our system is doing now is it's going out to all of the different real estate feeds that we have, and it is downloading all of the information that we can possibly find on this property. And as you can see here, we're going to have a caption for the website. If you want a different caption, you can type in, a different caption here, but by default, we're going to use the property address. And then the next section is the listing web page. So right now, it's going to be 5614 Chestergate Court.willsellfast.com. That is the website that we're going to create for this property. If you guys want to change this and make it something else, you can, you can change it up. You can say, you can make it like this: great home. .willsellfast.com. You can, as long as the subdomain isn't taken, then you can type in whatever you want here, and that is part of the website that we're going to create for this property. I'm going to make this active because obviously, since I'm uploading it, I want to create the website after I've verified all of the information here. And the next section are the photos. So here are all the photos that we found for this property. That doesn't, if there are photos that our system did not capture, you can easily upload them here by just clicking on the Select Files button, and you can upload as many photos as you want. So you don't have to upload one at a time or 5 at a time. You can actually select a whole folder worth of photos, and we'll upload all of them for you. And it's really simple and easy for you guys to do. After you upload your photos, we are going to display them, as you can see here. And if you take a look, all of these photos but one have a green border around them. So basically, a green border means that when we display this photo on your website, that it's going to display very crisp and clear, and we shouldn't have any problems with distortion or anything like that. If it's red, that means that the quality of this particular photo is slightly less, or could be considerably less than what we display on all of our websites. So you might want to consider replacing this photo. And what you can do is, if you click delete, when we click save, it will actually delete the photo, and you can upload a new photo with a higher resolution. Sometimes, we barely have to stretch these photos, so you might want to just go ahead and, let this photo go and take a look at it after we launch the website to see if, the quality is going to be okay for you. But it's kind of just a warning sign for you guys that you might want to check it out before you, show your prospective or your client the house or the website that you made for them. We also have it very easy to rearrange these photos. If you want to rearrange the photos, the only thing you have to do is you click on a photo, and you can just drag it up to the top. If we want to put this one with a lower quality, we can drag it, closer to the bottom. It's very simple to do, to just drag and drop, the photos exactly where you want them. Another thing that you guys can do is you can caption these photos. So if you'd like to, name the photos, you can call it the front of house. You can, nope, looks like didn't get the T there. You can actually title each one of these photos as well. So there's a lot of things you can do in the photo section. Some people do, some people don't, but I just wanted to show you all of these different features. The next section down here is, it looks like we don't have the county, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Again, it's not required, but it's good to have. And we've selected it's a single-family home, it's a resale. The listing status is going to be for sale. And they want the square footage here, and I happen to see down in the amenities section that it's actually 2726. So the square footage is a required field, and don't put any commas in there. It's strictly numeric. If you put a comma in there, it's going to throw an error at you guys. So make sure you only type in numbers in the property square footage field. It looks like the bedrooms and baths are filled in, so that's good. And this next section for the description, I know many people have, or many MLSs will restrict you on how much or what you can type into a property description field. With Commerce REALPro, you can type whatever you want. So, you're not limited by the number of characters or what you can say in your description, which is huge because when we syndicate your property out, we're going to make sure all of our syndication partners have your description that you type in here versus the one in your MLS as well. So, whatever you want to type in here, you're more than welcome to type. Also, we have a couple sections down below that have for external YouTube videos. We have some of our agents that use the system. They actually will have maybe a professional video shot of a home, and if they do that, they can give us the YouTube URL here, and we'll make sure we display that video that they had created on the website that I'm about to show you. This second section here is for a walkthrough video. Probably a more popular feature than the primary listing video is this walkthrough video. And what this does is this something that you can use or a place for you to put a video that you've shot maybe with your iPhone or your Android phone where you just do a walkthrough. Some agents talk through the walkthrough, some don't, but you can just upload that video to YouTube after you've walked through the house and display the URL here, and we'll make sure that we post this video on the listing website. This last section here are for listing documents, and what this is for you to upload any kind of condo questionnaire, anything like that. If homeowners bylaws, any other file that you want to be accessible from the website that we're going to create, you can actually select what the file is here, and you can upload it, and we'll make sure that we make it available on the website that we're going to create. So it looks like I've filled out all of the fields, so I'm just going to go ahead and click Save. And after I click Save, it looks like everything went properly. It brought me to the back or to the top of the screen, and now we see this button up here that says View Listing Website. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it's going to bring us to the website that I just created. As you can see here, we've already created, within seconds after we press that Save button, we've created a mobile website, a single property website. We've created property flyers. We've given you guys a way to socially share your properties, to do a lot of different things, all within seconds. The only thing that takes a little bit of time is the YouTube video that we create for this property, and this video typically takes us 15 minutes, but sometimes can take longer depending on the usage of the system and how many videos are before it. But that's the only thing that hasn't showed up yet. We've also created a virtual tour. When the YouTube video does get created, our system will know, and when you come back to this page, under this more details below, we're going to have a link for a YouTube video. So the first thing you want to do after creating any one of your sites for your listings, you will probably want to go ahead and show your client what you have done for them. So you can go ahead and email them a link to let them know that, hey, check out the website that I just created for your home. And other things that you can do is you can easily post this to your Facebook page, to your Twitter account. If you have a Pinterest account, you can email. In fact, this is probably the easiest way to email your client is to just click this Share Listing button, and this will allow you to send an email to your client showing them the home that we created for you. And you can also Google Plus this property. So we make it really simple for you guys to be able to socially share your listing. Typically, if you wanted to post this, I think it's a great idea to post to Facebook so everyone knows that you have a new listing. But the thing is you have to log into your Facebook account, you have to upload a photo, and you have to type something and give them a link. From our website, the only thing you have to do is click on the Facebook icon, and it's automatically going to do all of that for you. The only thing, as you can see here, it gives the link to the website that we've created. It's getting ready to pull up a photo here. And so the only thing you have to do is if you want to write something additional, you can, and then you can just share the link. So we make it very simple for you to post your properties to your Facebook page. Same thing goes with Twitter and Pinterest. So it's really simple. You don't have to go log into all your accounts. You don't have to upload a bunch of photos. Our system will do it all for you. You just have to click the button. We've also created a property flyer here. Now the property flyer I open that up in a new tab because that does take a few seconds for us to generate because we do generate that live in case you've made any changes to the pictures. In the flyer we have, we'll actually use the first 4 photos, and as you can see here, here's what our typical flyer looks like. Again, we have a QR code here, so if you take a picture of this with your smartphone, it's actually going to redirect you to the mobile website that we've created for this property. If you want to watch the virtual tour, you can do that here. The virtual tour is loading. And there we go. As you can see here, if we've titled it, like I titled this picture where it says front of home, it actually brings the title of that picture up and displays it on the virtual tour. If you don't put a title there, then it's just going to leave it blank like you see on the rest of these pictures. And then if we scroll down here, we can see the rest of the property description. And on every page, we have a box that can collect lead information. So if somebody is interested in this home, they can always fill in their information in this box, and this will send you an email directly, and it will also store it in your back office as a new lead. So the second that somebody fills out one of these forms, we will email you to let you know, as well as store all of their information into our back office. And then if you scroll all the way down to the page, it's going to list all of the properties that you have. So if you only have one property, it's only going to show this one. But if you have multiple properties, you'll be able to see all of your properties at the bottom of the page. So do we have any questions so far, Michelle?
No, we're good so far.
No questions? Okay. So, so that pretty much covers in the beginning how to get your first listing entered. The next way, if for some reason you haven't put this in the MLS yet, and maybe you have a pocket listing or you'd like to get a jump on marketing a home that you are maybe waiting to get entered into your MLS, you can actually add the listing manually as well. That is also a pretty easy and simple process. You can just enter in the property information here, and we will make sure to create this website for you. You just have to manually type all of the information. It doesn't take very long. When you click Save Next, you're going to upload your photos, and you'll be on your way to having a website created. I can tell you that we do have some agents who will actually create this website even before their listing appointment, so they might go snap a picture or two, and they'll create the website just to show the prospective client on the type of website that they're going to be receiving. The only thing that I can tell you is if you do that, make sure that you uncheck your settings for syndication, because what's going to happen is at night we are going to re-syndicate this property out to websites like Trulia and Zillow and HotPads, and we don't want to syndicate a property that is not actually for sale yet, or you don't have under contract. So make sure that you uncheck these boxes if you're going to be doing that for a listing appointment, and then just come back in after you're finished and you can recheck those boxes, and we'll make sure that your properties are still getting syndicated. One thing that everyone should know, so one of the big things that one of the big changes we've made in Commerce REALPro lately is we are featuring every single one of the listings you put on REALPro on Trulia. And you're like, well, why is that important? Well, first of all, Trulia featured properties get 5 times more leads than any other properties on Trulia. Trulia is one of the largest real estate search sites in the country, and they get a ton of visitors. And one thing that I can tell you, I know that we charge $9.95 for Commerce REALPro. Just to feature one property on Trulia will cost you $19.99. And if you want to feature more than that, I believe 3 properties cost $39.99, and 10 properties will cost you $69.99. So let me go ahead and show you. I think I need to log out here. Show you where we go. First of all, let's go ahead and show you guys what a truly or a featured property looks like. So I'm going to just search for Danville, California. And as I scroll down here, I should see, oh, there we go. Here's a property that Commerce REALPro is syndicating. So what happens is when somebody searches for a particular area, these properties are going to show up first. All featured ones will. So if you click on this, let's click here. Here we go. And not only is when the feature or the property gets featured, we're only going to see one agent over here on the right hand side. We're going to see the listing agent. So that is huge for you guys. Otherwise, if you are not featuring your properties on Trulia, you're going to have several other agents over here that are actually paying for the ad space. And you guys want to capture the leads, I'm sure, on your own listings. So it's only going to have you, the listing agent here, on all the properties that you're the agent for in REALPro. So this is a huge feature for you guys, and I just wanted to show you where the pricing is so you guys can see. Here we go, for professionals. There we go. So if you want to, a one-pack, so Trulia Pro plans and pricing for a one-pack, for an ad-free featured listing, you're going to get for $19.99 for one, $39.99 for three, and $69.99 for 10. So this is a huge savings for you guys. We've negotiated a nice deal with Trulia that's going to that allows us to list thousands of listings from REALPro and with them for a very discounted rate, and we are passing that savings along to you guys. So this is probably one of the biggest features. If you don't use REALPro for anything else, the featuring alone is pretty much the best deal in town. So now that I'm off that, do make sure though when you in your syndication description or in your syndication section on your back office that you do have the feature my listings on Trulia box checked. So we'll make sure that we do that for you. Do we have any questions on the Trulia featuring, Michelle?
We're all good right now. Thanks for checking
okay.
today.
All right. Nope. Good deal. So that pretty much covers what we typically cover in the REALPro 101 class. Again, we went over on how to add your account, how to enter in your first listing. I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys what you need to do if you edit your listing, because that might be important. You might not be able to wait for our next class to be able to do that. If you need to make any changes to your properties, you would just go to your active listings section, and you would find the property that you want to change. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one, and then you would click Edit. And this will bring you back to the original page that we used to create this listing, and you can make changes there. So if you have, maybe you got a listing up and running, but you want to add some more pictures or add some more information, you can easily do that here, back from this page. So that's how to do that. You can also, if you guys have any questions on how to use the system, we have a user guide here for you that has some video tutorials that you guys might want to take a look at. And if you really get stuck, you can click on the support button and you can email us at support, and we'll be sure to answer any questions that you guys may have. So that is that's pretty much it for today. Our next REALPro webinar is our features webinar, also known as REALPro 202. The features webinar will be held on Friday, December 13th at 10 a.m. and this webinar provides an in-depth and instructional overview of existing REALPro features, and will also introduce any new REALPro features that we have recently launched, such as call capture and our flyer system. If you're not currently registered at commercerealpro.com, please make sure to get to a webinar invitation from your loan officer to attend this next level of REALPro training. On Thursday, December 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific is our third webinar, RealPro 301, entitled How to Make Money with RealPro. This webinar is intended for realtors who are power users of RealPro, but anyone at any level can attend. This webinar covers topics to assist realtors who are looking to buy and or looking for buyers and or sellers, and we show you guys how to take advantage of HUD homes, for sale by owners, pocket listings, and marketing to builders, and how to both manage time and data. So if you're a current RealPro user, you're automatically going to receive an invitation to all Commerce RealPro webinars via email. You can also find a schedule of all of our webinars located on the Commerce RealPro website. I'll go ahead and pull that up for you guys.
And Coy, we did have a few new questions when you have a moment.
Okay, no problem. You can access the training calendar by clicking here. And go ahead and what kind of questions do we have?
Could you explain for the audience what syndicate means?
Sure. Syndication is something that we do with every property that's, or we give you the option to do with every property that is on Commerce RealPro. We make sure that your property is listed on websites like Trulia and HotPads and Zillow and other places. Right now, I can tell you that our Zillow feed, we are renegotiating something with them, so it's as of today, we are not syndicating to Zillow, but we plan to in the very near future again. But we make sure that your property gets listed there. We know that some MLSs do not syndicate to places like Trulia and Zillow. We also know that some brokerages choose not to syndicate for one option, for one reason or another. So, but we make sure that if you want to have syndication, we give you that ability. So that's what syndication is. It's just making sure your property gets put out to as many websites as possible.
And then another question was if this session is available via recording. And so the answer to that is yes. And Joe, I'll make sure you get a link to all our recorded training RealPro sessions so you can share those with your realtor partners. And I think that's it for questions right now.
All right. So if anybody has any questions, your Commerce Mortgage Loan Officer is your first line of support for RealPro information. As I said earlier, I'm the Director of Development for RealPro, and I'm responsible for managing RealPro software updates and implementing all new features to the RealPro site. If you have any questions regarding RealPro, please, again, start with your loan officer, but then you can also email support@commercerealpro.com. And you can, if you email them there, or you can actually access the support section in your back office. So on behalf of Commerce Mortgage, Michelle and I want to thank everyone for attending the Basics webinar today, and have a great day and hope to see you guys on Friday.